What up? It's Book the Wind. Welcome to 5 tips to become insanely good at EA SPORTS PGA Tour. Alright, number 1. Buy stuff. Okay. See all this stuff here? Don't buy this. Not initially. Unless you have what I show you, do not buy anything from here. Save your money. Okay, so you want to right trigger over 2 specs. This is the only thing that's important. Now, here's the most valuable thing is Matsuyama's hybrid spec. Here's the thing. I don't have a hybrid. Do you have a hybrid? If you don't have a hybrid, you don't need this. But what is important is this legendary ball control. As you can see here, it makes your stats for your golf ball 58, 58, 85 for control, and 58 for recovery. Now, if you have nothing equipped, all your stats are 25 out of 100. Okay? So if you add this, your golf ball's a lot better. Now, you can do this for your golf ball, a bunch of stuff. Let's take a look. Alright, so you want to tab over in your golfer to your equipment. Now let's check golf balls since we were talking about golf balls. Now you hit the right button 3 times. And this is where you get your ball spec. Now if you have nothing equipped, this is your stats. Okay, you can get better. But here's what mine is. I'm using Jordan's Spieth ball. 63 power, 61 accuracy, 65 control, 78 recovery. I could have went with balanced because I have that as well. But this is the golf ball I'm using. And it's very important to be using as good of equipment as you can if you want to be good. Because it makes the game so much easier. Now let's go to irons. Same thing. I'm using Matsuyama's iron specs. 58 power, 84 accuracy, 90 control, 78 recovery. These are probably the best irons because you don't need power for irons. You need all the other stuff. And this one's loaded up the wazoo. Make sure it's equipped on everything. I have legendary specs for my driver, wood, irons, wedges, and golf ball. You can't have it for putter. So putter's just cosmetic right now. But it's incredibly important. Once you have legendary everything and you're happy with it, then you can start buying other stuff in store. Alright, tip number 2 is here's a mini tip. Do not play online ranked matches. Competitive, online ranked. Let's go. Unless you're trying to become number 1 in the world, do not do this. It's just a waste of your time. And you get nothing really out of it. You're playing 9 holes against some random person. It takes like 20 or 30 minutes. It's slow. And if you can be like, oh, you must be just shit at it. Well, you would be, well, I'm undefeated. So it's not like I've lost a lot. I'm just saying it's a waste of your time. If you want to play online against others, play against your friends. If you're playing against your friends, do that all day. Sure, that's fine. Playing online ranked, unless you're trying to be like top 10 in the world at this, then if that's your priority, go for it. But other than that, it's a waste of time. Here's the full tip number 2. Play majors. Alright. This ties into what I was saying in tip number 1. Okay, so go to season. Here's just a little thing. Week 12 is the Masters. Okay? Qualified. You want to play the majors. We're going to show why. So if you go to Quests, PGA Tour, and you scroll down to the Masters, there it is. Okay, I haven't won the Masters yet. But as you can see here, legendary iron balance specs. So you don't have to buy the legendary specs. You don't. You can win them for free. And it's extremely important that you do so. Getting that balance spec. There's a legendary spec for all 4 of the majors. Now let's go back into the career mode to see what you can do. Now, here's tip number 3 for career mode. So you can set AI scoring difficulty. I have it set to maxed out as hard as it can get, but you can set it to 0. You can skip events, and here's the big tip. Switch your regular rounds. Right now I have regular quick and majors full rounds. So in quick you play 4 to 6 holes each round, 4 rounds. It's the equivalent to pretty much 1 round. If you switch to full, you're playing 4 full 18-hole rounds, and you choose your own destiny. Now, if you're playing new, switch it to full. And the reason why, switch everything to full, is you earn 20,000 XP for playing 1 round of golf. That's very valuable to leveling up your player. You can set the scoring difficulty to 0 or whatever you want. But if you want to do things quick, set it to 0, win every tournament, and just build up your player as fast as you can. Now let's head to what a maxed out player looks like. I am maxed out. I'm maxed out to the wazoo. Okay, so this is what a maxed out player looks like. As you can see, I'm not maxed out for driver, and it costs 45 additional to get maxed out. Now, if you look at the rest of the things, I'd have to take 45 things off, and pretty much you'd have to take everything off if you want max power. 6 is probably a pretty good number, I'm not gonna lie. Accuracy and control, 5 and 4 out of 10. Approach, 9 out of 10 for approach shots, and I think with my irons being so good, this is how you get good at the game. Same with short game. You want to be, if you struggle at chipping, go short game. If you struggle with iron shots, go approach. And putting is always extremely important. I went 9 out of 10 for putting. I kind of wanted 10, just to make it as easy as you can where it counts, and that's on the green. But this is just an example of what it looks like when you're maxed out. Right? There's lots of open spaces that you don't get to fill. But if you look at the bottom right, you see my power, driving, approach, short game, putting with those legendary boosts are like the darker colored yellow. You see how much of a difference those make? Insane. Now there's no putting boost or putting spec yet, right? So ideally, you want to max out your putting just to make it as good as you can. But look at the stats on everything overall. The equipment boosts are huge. If you want this game to be good, use this. All right, tip number 4. If you're just starting out, I would advise you to play like a pro. What I mean is actually play with a pro. Use Scheffler, use Cantley, use Dustin Johnson, use Nelly Korda. Okay, look, you can see their stats on the right. Use these pros to actually learn and enjoy what you're playing for. Your character starts out very bad, 67 overall. If you start using these pros, and you can start feeling out how it's going to feel like once you level up, and it might motivate you to go and start playing more career mode and get it up to near my level or better. Okay. Here's the final tip. Goes to online tournaments. Now, this is a great one. Okay. So every day, every 12 hours, there's a daily arcade tournament that's unlimited and free. I want you to pay attention to this tournament. So first place is 1,500 reward points, and just for showing up you'll get 100. if you're last. But what I want you to do to get good at this game is play this anytime you see it. They're every 12 hours, they're free, and you can get free points. What's important is how you play it. And I want you to birdie every hole and eagle every par 5. Those are your two things. If you can't eagle par 5, make sure you at least birdie every hole. Now see, it says unlimited entries. So if you don't get a birdie on the first hole, I want you to hit start, quit, try again. Keep doing it and learn as you do it. If your 4-iron is going 30 yards over the green, club down to a 5-iron and try again. And really dial it in so you can consistently get it close, make the birdie. Get it close on the next hole, make the birdie. Because you'll know eventually how to make birdies on each hole, because you'll remember, okay, this hole I got to club down. This hole I got to club up. The wind is going to push this here. I know this putt because I've seen it before. I don't want to be here. I want to be here. Doing this over and over again. Sometimes it'll take you one try to birdie all 4. Sometimes it'll take you 10, 15 tries. And it'll take an hour or so to do it. But do it, because you're going to learn how to play the game in the best way possible by actually just playing the game. It's going to be the same pin, same wind. So you just have to learn what adjustments you have to make. And once you start doing that, day after day, you will be in a spot where you're going to learn what you have to do on each hole, how much the wind's going to affect this shot, that shot, etc. Keep doing that. That is my tips. You do this, you're going to be an absolute crusher. You're going to feel so good, love this game. You're going to be like, I'm not going to play any other game. This is so much fun now. Because I'm shooting 59 here, 60 here. Boom, I'm crushing my buddies. Now, do me a favor. Hit that like and subscribe so I'm motivated and fired up to make more videos. All right? Have fun. Take care.